Good evening. Hey, listen, Jay usually does this shit, okay? And it's obvious.
She's our professional.
Yeah, she's the she's the Wendy to our Lost Boys here in the Hangman's Treehouse. But Jay is at a family function, or was at a family function. She's currently driving now, so she might do a run-in on the show. But, you know, given LA traffic, you know, it could be 20 minutes. It could be 2.5 hours. And I hope that we're not here in 2.5 hours, because that means that we've gone way too long. We would almost be a Power Ranger show at that point.
Could be the best show ever, question mark?
You never know. Listen, sometimes some shows overstay their welcome. I'm not naming any shows, but, you know, it might rhyme with Schmauer Fangers. I don't know. Who knows? Right. Pumps.
Yes.
You are from a new place today, my friend.
Yes, we are not in the Session Moth Studios tonight.
We're not in the Session Moth Studios.
No, today's my mother's birthday, so I snuck back to Rhode Island like a thief in the night to surprise her, because she got her coronavirus vaccinations, as everyone who's able should, and here we are. So I surprised her for her birthday. So
now I want people to understand how cool this is, because you haven't seen your mom's in over a year, correct?
Oh yeah, like probably 18 months.
Right. And your mother did not know that little bouncing baby Pumps
one and only
was gonna show, the one and only, the heir to the throne, was gonna show up.
Yes.
Was gonna show up on her doorstep.
That's exactly how it went down.
And you sent me a video, and it was very to use a word that I don't use often, cute. It was yes, it was very cute. She was shocked. Wouldn't you
be shocked if I showed up at your door?
If you showed up, yes, 100%. Yes.
Well, there you go.
I would be more than shocked if you showed up at my door. So that's very cool.
It was good. It was good. Big thanks to my Chris Haskell, my cousin Hillary, for keeping it a secret and picking me up from the airport and making it possible. So
yeah,
that's a big fuck you to Southwest Airlines, who told me I needed a rapid coronavirus test to enter the state. So my lady and I went out and got those, dropped $500. Not that I'm anti-testing, but we spent the $500 to get the rapid test, and definitely wasn't a thing. Nobody asked for our paperwork when we got here.
Wait a minute, hold on. So you found that out in Rhode Island, or when you got to the airport in Nashville?
No. When I was looking online to book the tickets, it's the website said that you had to have a negative test or a vaccination record to enter the state, or you would have had to quarantine for 2 weeks. So I gladly did.
How would they know that you were quarantining?
I assumed they would just check it at, security or TSA or whatever.
Oh, to see if you come back earlier than 2 weeks, like if you on your return. Those slippery bastards.
Yeah, but apparently that's not a thing. So
yeah, the
Southwest. I know you're watching.
Yeah, the only reason why I ask is because I'm going to Utah the weekend of WrestleMania, actually, for my nephew's 5th birthday, and
nice.
I hope they don't hit me with that shit.
Well, what's crazy is once we got to baggage claim, there was military people that's free coronavirus testing. Well, shit, I could have just done it here. Whatever. It is what it is. Everything worked out. Here I am.
Is your mom in another room listening to the show tonight, or is she just listening live with you in the room?
No, she's about 10 feet that way.
Can you tell Mama Pumps that the IllumiNERDI Wrestling Order universe says hello?
Everybody says hello and happy birthday.
And happy birthday. That's
You don't want that.
That's awesome. All right. Well, the reason we're here, I guess.
Well,
because
hey Nate, how was your weekend?
I'm actually moving into it. This is the last time you're going to see me in this studio, and when I say studio, I mean this beach background.
At the beach.
Yeah. I'm moving this week too to a new abode.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I got I'm finally getting, it's been 2.5 years. I'm getting my man cave back. So I'm really excited. I'm getting some new stuff, some new video equipment, some new lights. I'm gonna maybe do some green screen stuff. I'm gonna maybe try to up my social media ridiculous comedy game.
Apparently this is news to the next level.
Yeah, exactly. Or
I'm here for it.
Or we do stuff for this page maybe and some stuff like that. But it, like I said, it's been
awesome, man.
A couple years since I've been able to do something like that, and I am very excited to do such thing.
I think knowing you and knowing the situations that brought you to have to move and do all those things, I'm happy that you are at a place where you can finally call someplace your own. So,
I appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. As a friend, I'm happy for you. You're in a much better place than when we first met. So
thank you. I've gone through some. I've gone through some. I've gone through some in my wrestling, my life wrestling career. I've had some feuds.
You've done a few loops. You've been up and down the road a few times.
I've done a couple jobs. I've definitely jobbed out.
Put a few people over on the way out of the territory.
100%. I've done that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Where should we start? I'm guessing that
we're done stalling for time, so.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Hey, this was good though. I feel like this was good.
Yeah. No.
I'm assuming you didn't watch any WWE this week.
Oh God, no.
Right. Okay. So I have something to say about that as well.
Okay.
Now
I've been sort of keeping up with things. Like I hear things. I got my ear to the streets, if you will.
Sure. And that's good because I'm going to have to ask you because I'm a little upset that Hulu, for some reason this week, did not have the most recent episode of SmackDown.
I don't know. That's not something I was aware of.
Yes, and the reason I say that is because as I've been transparent on the show, I watch Raw and SmackDown via Hulu. So I only got to watch Raw this week, even though I saw the results and I have the results from SmackDown, and it sounds like a much better show, like it has been for the last few weeks. Now I'll say so. I'll run down Raw here for a second, but Pumps, I'm gonna have to ask a favor of you.
Absolutely.
Leading into WrestleMania,
we
have 2 weeks left, correct?
Yes.
Right? I think it's the 10th and the 11th, I believe.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. Because Monday or Tuesday's the first. So yeah.
And speaking of, I cannot listen. I'm going to be in Utah on both those days. And Sunday, the 11th, is my nephew's birthday, and I cannot stress this enough that I'm not responsible for how I show up on the show Sunday night. Because I'm gonna do it.
I'm here for it. I'm gonna
do it. I know you probably heard that I was gonna go to Utah, and you're probably like, this motherfucker's gonna cancel, right? And you know what? And my track record says that this motherfucker's gonna cancel. Not gonna lie, that's what my track record says. But seeing that it's WrestleMania weekend, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna make that happen, and Chris Haskell will be a live in studio guest.
I'm ready for the Haskell World Order takeover.
Oh, buddy. Actually, I got to prep Jay.
Oh, no. Just blind tag, powder in the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. All kinds of powder in the eyes and other places. Anyway, so So SmackDown was not available on Hulu this week, so I was not able to watch it, even though I'm an avid advocate for SmackDown recently. But Raw, we can run down a couple things. Bobby Lashley and Sheamus had a match. It was okay. Sheamus has definitely had to endure a couple of big fucking meaty, stiff men, much like Shay and his starter that he told us about earlier in the night. Sheamus has gotten his ass beat a couple weeks in a row, and he even came out this week, still had all those marks from Fastlane all over his body. So shout out to Sheamus. He's Shay's giving us a thumbs up.
Shout out to Shay and Sheamus.
Yeah, shout out to Shay. Shay Miss. That's his shirt. It's SHEA-Miss. Shay Miss. I like it. Right. But yeah, so him and Bobby Lashley had a match. It was good. It was okay. It was whatever. We did have a Raw debut this week, Pumps.
Ooh.
And it was your girl.
Yes, I heard about this. Okay, yeah.
Girl, Rhea Ripley came out, made her Raw debut now, and she extended a challenge to Asuka for the title.
Yeah, didn't she just casually say, she just casually dropped it like, oh yeah, Charlotte's got coronavirus, so we're wrestling now.
Yeah.
What?
It was
what?
It was. How do you feel about these people from NXT that come up and then just get immediate shots at things?
Well, she's, other than Balor, she's the one that I can remember that's getting immediately sort of shoved to the moon in a main event title picture.
Sure.
Right? Not that the women have a mid-card title. Well, I guess they have tag titles, but yeah, I mean, I guess as a rookie, it'd be Balor, Rhea, and Ronda, even though Ronda didn't go through developmental.
Well, no. KO came out and got the challenge for the U.S. strap his first night in.
Who's that?
Kevin Owens.
Oh.
Remember, it was the U.S.
Well, yeah, that's a mid, Cena. But yeah, there was a Cena thing, which was a great program, underrated feud.
100%. I just mean a title shot, like any title. Like, it just seemed like immediately, you're in some title picture shit. And I'm just asking how you feel about
it. I think see, it's different now because NXT then, you can't compare the two. Like, NXT then truly was developmental, right? And now it's like counter programming. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is definitely it is much like its own show, which I enjoy.
Right.
I don't know. I guess because I want to say I don't like that then the main roster just gets to grab talent. And
if it was Shotzi Blackheart, I would have an issue with it.
Gotcha.
But it's Rhea Ripley. She fought Charlotte for the belt last year at Mania. She's been a ready-made star for a year and a half.
Now,
so I don't have a problem with her.
How do you feel about her nickname being the Nightmare?
The Nightmare? That's her name?
That's what they called her. That's what it's Cole, right? They called her the Nightmare Rhea Ripley.
When they did
a promo before she had even come out. Before she even came out on Raw, they did a little lower right screen promo that said the Nightmare Rhea Ripley is going to make her Raw debut tonight. Now, is that a shot at Cody?
I'm sure there's a writer that thinks they're very clever,
right?
Trying to do that, and I also think that there'll be a cease and desist right back because they're both petty as hell.
Right now, because I don't see a world where Cody doesn't have that trademark.
Oh, absolutely not. Right. Yeah, no, that's yeah. Yeah, I think somebody in the writers' room's awfully proud of themselves.
Sure,
but I mean they've been taking jabs at each other. Thronebreaker and American Nightmare and the Nightmare. Yeah, I mean, and the Too Sweet and
right.
So
I got it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of here for a little bit of pettiness. I like it. I like a good petty off.
So also on Raw this week, we have officially made the Miz Bad Bunny match, which we all
surprising absolutely no one,
which we all knew was coming. But I had a note. I have a couple notes from Raw, and when I say a couple, I mean two exactly. One of them says John Morrison's hair.
Yeah, what's going? Does he have like a mullet? Weird. What's
I'm
like
not
he's got like
lie.
a top knot.
Yes.
He's got a top knot and a mullet at the same time.
It's kind of fly.
But
here's the problem.
I can't hate.
Here's the problem. He didn't fully commit because his long hair is just pulled on the sides. So he didn't for real Brian Pillman his fucking hair. He just has it in like a super video game level mullet with a pump, and it's good.
He's got.
I'm not gonna lie, good.
He's got like hair 46. Like he's deep in the creative menu.
He's got hair 46. Exactly.
Yeah, he's deep in the menu. Like you got your fade, your shaved A. Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
He's just.
So is Punishment Martinez just out of this feud? I'm sorry, what's his name now? Damian Priest. Is he just out of this feud?
He's his heater. He's
still involved because I didn't know if okay.
He didn't come out. Well, tonight, Monday, Bad Buddy hit him with a guitar shot or whatever. But fuck that. Who cares?
Right.
Morrison and Miz, who made that awful "Hey Hey Ho Ho" rap song, right? Which to me wasn't even. I knew what they were trying to do, and it still wasn't funny to me, right? They made a "Hey Hey Ho Ho" reggaeton song.
Oh God.
And they played a snippet of it, and they came out in bunny outfits, and it's "Hey Hey Hop Hop." And I'm not gonna lie, they're gonna debut the video next week, but just from the snippet, it was really fucking funny.
Miz was world champion 3 weeks ago.
I know.
3 weeks ago, that man was a world heavyweight champion.
I know. But I'm here for the reggaeton song. So Miz
I'll watch him in a bunny outfit. Sure, why not?
Yes.
I mean, I won't, but I'll say I will.
Well, here I'm at the end of WWE talk. Before we get into the other promotions, I'm gonna have a challenge for you, and we'll see if you can do it. Okay. Then we had Drew McIntyre defeated Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, and the stips on this one were if Drew McIntyre wins, then neither one of those guys can be ringside for the McIntyre-Lashley championship match at Mania. Doesn't do a whole lot for Benjamin and Alexander, who were literally just the fucking tag team champs, and now they got beat by one guy. Not sure how that helps, but okay. I don't think Drew McIntyre needs to look any more strong than he already does.
I feel like they've ruined Drew McIntyre in like 6 weeks.
Already, huh?
I don't know. Like, I feel like they lost the plot. Like, he was great. And I feel like once they took the belt off of him and gave it to Orton for like that random month.
Right.
That like the wheels fell off. And I don't know why.
Yeah, listen, I get it. I'm not a Drew McIntyre guy. I get it. The guy, he can work. He's got the look. I mean, you draw a professional wrestler. He looks like fucking Drew McIntyre. He's not bad on the mic. He doesn't do it for me. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if the guy sells action figures or merch. I mean, can you have a sword? Can you have a sword for kids anymore?
They probably won't. I mean, there's toys that do. I mean, the Marvel Legends do, but I don't think
ones. I mean, like a sword.
Oh, like we used to have like the He-Man dress-up set swords.
Yeah, can you do that for Drew McIntyre
I
with
mean,
a
hell, I
kilt,
don't.
and then you can be gender neutral?
I'm not stepping in that. I'm not stepping in that bee's nest with you, sir. No, 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 no. Mm.
All right, sorry.
If
But
how about this? If they can, I hope they do. How about that?
there you go. Yeah, so then that's what's happening there on Raw. Braun Strowman is gonna wrestle fucking Shane McMahon. I have a feeling that they're gonna do it in hell so that Shane can jump off some shit.
Of
Uh,
course.
yeah, because it was, I'll challenge you to any match you want. So, somebody's gonna get these hands in a cage, I think. Strowman is so bad. He's just awful. He's
I
awful.
just why is this a thing? Why do we need this? Who wanted this? Who asked for this? Who thinks we need this? Who wants to
He's
see this? Like I don't.
Who Strowman would be a good heater for right now is the Briscoes. Because he's basically that guy. Like he comes out in camouflage and fucking gloves. Like he's that farm hick that the Briscoes are. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I mean I believe Mark and Jay Briscoe more than I believe Braun
So
Strowman
do
right now,
I.
though. But
He's
yeah,
basically trying to be a Briscoe. Like
without
that's
the street cred, yeah.
without without the ability to keep my attention in a wrestling ring for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we had everybody's favorite Toxic Avenger comes out at the end. Randy Orton summoned him with a fucking gas can, and
What?
yeah, he the Fiend comes out and he's standing there in his Fiend burn gimmick, and then Orton goes, "Oh, okay, cool. Hold on. I got you here
Time
now."
out. Time out.
By the way, my first fist fight I ever got in, I got fucking tripped and hit onto the ground on my head and fucking blackened both my eyes. And I hopped back up and tried to call a timeout.
Ooh, strong play. Did it work?
Yeah. No, it didn't work. Didn't work.
Damn.
But I did get up and try to call a timeout, and I will never forget that. Anyway, um, so yeah, I did. I went timeout. I got a big ass fucking baseball
Just
on
got
my
a knot.
fucking. I got home. I told my mom I tripped and fell on a sprinkler.
I don't know what happened. It fell over. Whew.
After she cleaned me up, she
Clumsy me. Wasn't watching where I was going.
cleaned me up and wiped my tears away. She was like, "All right, now tell me what happened."
Yeah, now tell me what really happened.
I was 12 picking a fight with a 15-year-old.
Oh, you got to watch those older kids.
Exactly. Anyway, so then Randy Orton's like, "Oh, you're here. Hold on a second," and he gets this black bag out, and it's a fucking gas can. And he gets the gas can out, and the Fiend is just standing there, and he like pours the gas all on the Fiend as the Fiend is just standing there. And then he grabs a fucking thing of matches, and he gets it. And then the Fiend takes one step towards him, and then he RKO's him. And then Alexa Bliss comes out, distracts Randy Orton. Alexa Bliss, she can stay. Distracts Randy Orton. Pedo Bliss. I feel like every time Alexa Bliss is on the screen, Chris Hansen's gonna come out and tell some wrestler to take a seat.
Yeah. Hey, why'd you come here today, son?
Hey, thinking about a mixed tag?
Yeah. We have your chat log here, and it says you wanted to 619 this girl. I don't know if you want to elaborate on that.
So anyway, so Alexa Bliss comes in, distracts Randy Orton, Toxic Avenger Fiend, hits him with the mandible claw and the Sister Abigail, and we're off to the races apparently. That's got to be
joy.
That's got to be a cinematic match, right? It's got to be.
I mean, it's got to be Firefly Funhouse.
It's got to be. It has to be.
Because yeah. I don't know. I mean, they could I guess they could sort of heal the Fiend and get him out of this suit. Because I mean, he can't wrestle in that getup, can he? There's no way. Like,
who's healing the Fiend?
I don't know. Whoever turned John Cena into the NWO last year.
Mm.
That guy. Whoever brought back the SmackDown fist.
That's a good ass point.
That's who's healing the Fiend. I don't know.
So basically, that was Raw. I didn't.
Boy, I'm sorry I missed it. I'm gonna have to watch that back.
I mean,
sounds like a riveting 3 hours of television.
Well, like I said, if you have Hulu, do you have the Hulus?
I do have the Hulus.
Okay, I'm telling you, you can literally get through each show in about 25 minutes. You really can. Well, it's part of your homework anyway. So,
okay.
I did not watch SmackDown. I wish I did because it looked great. Apparently, like we called on this show 2 weeks ago, Daniel Bryan is now a part of the main event of WrestleMania. So we're going to have Daniel Bryan, Edge, and Roman Reigns, which, looking at the card, I don't see how that's not match of the night.
Shenanigans could make it not match of the night.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but I think they're gonna give us a hell of a match. I think Edge is ready to work. He wants to work. I think Daniel Bryan. I mean, listen, you take the Daniel Bryan Roman Reigns match from last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever, and you throw Edge into it. I mean, I don't see how it can be bad, but maybe.
Well, it also gives them a way if they wanted to. I don't think they will, but it gives them a way to beat Roman or get the belt off of Roman.
But can you put it on Edge? Does Edge become Brock Lesnar?
I mean, I don't know. I don't watch the product. I don't really know what his presence has been on SmackDown.
I know that you pay attention to more of the dirt sheets than I do. After WrestleMania, are they moving towards fans?
No.
Okay.
Not yet, because the last I had heard,
like the Daily Place, how many people does Daily's Place put every week? On average, 1,000.
I'm gonna take a stab at like 1,500.
Okay. So they're not trying to do any of that.
Well, no. What I had heard was that they're leaving Tropicana Field because baseball season's starting, and they're going somewhere else. So they're moving the Thunderdome still. Because I think I don't know. It's Florida, and Florida just does whatever. But I think that they still would have to have an outdoor venue to have people. I think.
All right.
But I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So that's what's happening in the main event there at SmackDown. We also are going to have Seth Rollins and Cesaro at WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Which I didn't know this. Cesaro's been in the E for what? 6 years? Easily, right? 7?
Cesaro?
Yeah.
No, Cesaro's been since like 2006.
In the WWE?
Yeah.
Since 2006.
Yeah, he started with that girl that was translating for him, that super hot brunette. That's
Apparently, this is Cesaro's first singles WrestleMania match.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't see how that's possible if he's been there that long. That's crazy to me.
I'm gonna look to be sure, but I'm gonna bet that. Yeah, hang on. Okay, I got the wiki. Jesus, he's 40.
Yeah, he should be in AEW, right, Shay? He's almost.
Yeah, he's almost
AEW material. He's almost ready to get plucked.
Prime age for AEW.
Yeah.
ROH, PWG. Oh, come on. Professional Wrestling Clear. Here we go. Okay, Chikara in 06. 2009. King of Trios. So this is riveting YouTube. Combat Zone.
Listen, let's just put it this way. Cesaro's been in the E for 10 years and has never had a singles match at WrestleMania, and that's a crime.
PWG. Jesus Christ. God damn, Claudio. Okay.
Right,
he was in FCW in 2011.
Okay.
He was in FCW and was on the main roster by 2012.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
I was off, but I wasn't that far off.
Yeah, it's crazy that he is having his first singles WrestleMania match, and him and Seth Rollins, if given enough time, I feel can tear the house down. I'm not real thrilled that Nakamura is now out of the fucking picture, but
what'd they do with him?
Well, Rollins beat him.
Okay.
And then but beat him like when Cesaro comes out and blah blah blah. Looks like we're getting Rey and Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, Jesus.
The Dirty Dogs or whatever the fuck Ziggler and Roode are called. Those two are going to tangle for the straps at Mania, and I can't wait to not care about the winner of that.
What's tag straps?
Yeah, fucking Ziggler and Roode are the tag champions.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and their name are the Dirty Dogs.
Congrats on the payday, kid.
Yeah, exactly. It's like fucking.
I mean, I like them. I have nothing against them, but
I like them both individually.
What a waste.
Yeah. It's so funny that you have two guys like that where the minute they went to AEW would be in the title picture.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, it's because they're so old.
Well, of course. That's probably exactly. Each one of them is 35 plus. Instead of the X division at AEW, they have the age division.
Yes.
Yes. And you have to.
Yeah, they have a special title. The straps are long enough to go around your walker.
Oh, now we're talking.
Or no, it's Florida, so it'd be one of those hover around scooters because Florida.
So before we move on from WWE, because you do have the Hulus and we're 2 weeks off from WrestleMania, I'm going to challenge you to try to watch Raw and SmackDown these next 2 weeks.
Oh,
but the Hulu version. The Hulu version. You can literally fast forward through anything, but SmackDown is good, bro. If you're gonna watch one of the two, watch SmackDown.
Okay.
I wish that I was able to watch SmackDown this week instead of Raw. But I wasn't. So just so that, we're on the road to WrestleMania, I know you're going to watch WrestleMania. Since the WWE does no sort of long-term fucking planning, all you have to do is watch the next 2 weeks or parts of it. So
I will do my best.
You can just try. That's all we ask. Okay, so Pumps, you want to talk? You want to do AEW? You want to do New Japan? You want to do Ring of Honor? What do you want to do next?
Well, full disclosure, I was getting ready for my trip on Wednesday and Thursday. I did. Oh God, did I watch AEW? Yeah, of course I watched it. Nothing really jumped out for me. Britt Baker's promo was really good.
Yes, I did see that. I saw that on the Instagrams.
Yep, Britt Baker had a really good promo.
Sure.
Cody and QT Marshall are going to have an exhibition match for some reason.
Why?
Yep. I don't know.
Now, QT is the guy that runs...
he runs the Nightmare Factory. The training facility.
Do you watch Dark?
Only for Danny Limelight.
Well, we're going to have a better Danny Limelight.
Ooh, okay.
A fellow MC, Carly Bravo, is a rapper who I've known through the internets. We had a really funny way of meeting, which we can talk about on the show, but I'm pretty sure I can get him on. He's a real life, or he was a Marine. He was also a chef, and then he just fucking said fuck it and chased his dream of becoming a wrestler and went to the Nightmare Factory and is now on Dark almost every week.
Oh, wow.
He's a light-skinned black dude that wrestles in camo pants and combat boots, in case you've seen him on their Instagram page or whatever. But I'm gonna reach out to Carly.
Familiar.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Carly and get him on the show.
Very cool.
I think he's got a really, really bright future, especially since he just started. You know, what I mean, within the last year, he's already on AEW Dark. So shout out to Carly Bravo, the Goon Squad.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So actually, I'm going to
Jersey Mizzlers.
Yeah. Shay's getting food delivered. Who's that? Josh, piece of shit.
Hand delivered. His delivery man's dead to me, but other than that.
I also saw on the Instagrams on AEW, because I did not watch this week. What's going on with Hangman and the Dark Order, and why does the little Long John Silver guy get so much airtime?
Because he's a boy popper. He pops the boys. People like him.
He is a boy popper.
I mean, that's really what it is. He makes everybody laugh. That's really what it is. I don't know.
He's Hornswoggle, bro. He's Hornswoggle with like 6 inches.
Yeah, he's 5'6" and gassed to the gills, but
in wrestling boots. And I'm not even hating on small dudes. Eddie Guerrero was pretty much 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah.
But for some reason, he didn't seem. This dude just seems so small. It should be him and the Jungle Boy kid. No, not Jungle Boy. Who's the other one? Marco Stunt.
Oh, Marco. Oh, God. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
does AEW need a cruiserweight division, Pumps?
No, they need less bullshit and tomfoolery. They need to get serious with their product. And I mean, that's what I want, but
does AEW need more wrestlers jumping out of wedding cakes?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. All the shenanigans and tomfoolery. All of it. But I don't know. The match was supposed to be really good. I didn't stay through to the end. Nashville was having tornadoes that night. Was it that night or Thursday? I don't know. It was one of the 2 nights. Something happened. But so I didn't see him and Darby, but I saw everything else now that I think about it. And, nothing really jumped out at me. Cody and Brandy are getting a reality show. Surprise. The Young Bucks are now bringing their kid into the act. Oh, boy. For a company that was sold on the premise of sports-based, statistical-based professional wrestling,
they've abandoned that.
We've gone way off the fucking rails.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It almost feels like Tony Khan is can't decide whether he wants his product to be late 90s WCW or mid 90s ECW.
Yeah, he wants to be both Paul Heyman and Jim Crockett at the same time.
Right.
And those two worlds cannot coexist.
And Eric Bischoff. He was also Eric. I mean, listen.
Yeah, he's
Shaq was in the ring, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he's Eric Bischoff on Dark. He's the invisible hand of the king on Dynamite. He's, I don't know. He's Billy Corgan on NWA Power. I don't know. I'm just naming I'm just saying words now. I don't know.
Okay, we had the Pinnacle, the Varsity Blondes. I didn't see any of that. Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I saw it, but I mean, it didn't leave an impression on me. It was a match. I like Pillman Jr. I think Griff Garrison needs more time, but we say this about all these AEW youngsters. They need seasoning. They need, they need house shows, but that's not an option. So sink or swim, kid.
Right.
I mean, it's good because you get a baptism by fire and you'll get a Chris Statlander who will come there and show out who's first dark match for AEW was in, I almost said here, was in Nashville. It was her and Big Swole. And had I known Big Swole was going to turn into whatever she became, I would have tripped her on her way to the back. But yeah, I mean, so that's what you need. But I don't know.
I get it.
I don't know.
I get it. Yeah, so there's really not much else to report from AEW that isn't.
I did.
Unless you have something.
No, not from AEW. I was able to take advantage of my new subscription to Ring of Honor's Honor Club.
Oh yes, you watched the pay-per-view this week.
I did. I watched 75% of it because it was a really long show, and for $10, great value. Sign up for Honor Club, roh.com/Honor Club. I want to say the three-way match was probably my favorite of what I've seen so far. It was Bandito, Flamita, and I can't think of the other guy's name. Yeah, but it was a really. What are you laughing at, Flamita?
I'm just laughing that the Ring of Honor, like. Listen, I know the Ring of Honor puts out a good product in the ring.
Yes.
It's just the name, like they used to have so many big names, and the names of them now sound like the little pack of wrestlers that you buy at like Big Lots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's like a guy like this, like his pose is like this, and you can't move him, and his name is Bandito.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was a really fun spot fest match.
Sure.
EC3 and Jay Briscoe had a hell of a match. They've had a really good feud going on.
Love Jay Briscoe. I think I'm almost upset that the WWE didn't get a chance to ruin the Briscoe brothers.
They said in a promo that they have turned them down every year.
I bet.
I absolutely believe it.
100%. Because they can't be the real Briscoe brothers.
No. You can't be you can't be the Briscoe brothers in,
Yeah.
The
Briscoe
they would
brothers
be the Godwins.
Exactly. The Briscoe brothers need fans, for sure. Hey, what happened to I'm total stream of thought here. What happened to the authors of Pain?
One was injured, and I
Are
think
they still in the WWE?
Contractually, yes, but I think they're just waiting out their time if they haven't been released already. They were either fired on Black Wednesday or they're just waiting out their contracts. It's one of the two. Like there was some friction there. I'm not sure exactly. But if they didn't get released on the day everybody got released, then they're just waiting out their contracts.
Where's Marty Scurll?
That's a very good question. I thought for sure he would have popped up by now.
He doesn't have any like litigation against him, does he?
No.
Okay, perfect.
I don't want to. We all know.
Marty, let's put it this way, okay, Pumps. Marty Scurll is your Velveteen Dream for me.
Yeah, I can rationalize a lot easier what Marty Scurll said that he did as opposed to the other things.
I mean, tomato. Marty Scurll is your Velveteen Dream.
Okay, I'll own that. I'll own it. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised he hasn't shown up anywhere. I really am.
That would be fresh if he showed up in NXT and filled a spot in the Undisputed Era.
Well, you know where I want him to go, so.
Fucking New Japan?
Yeah, probably. No. Yeah, I mean, he could reunite with the Bullet Club. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. Oh, Matt Taven and Vincent had I believe the first Ring of Honor cinematic match. They've been having a super long standing feud. It was worked really well. Taven had surgery and Vinny had attacked him on stream, had broken into his house. This has been a feud that's been building for, God, I want to say a year and 3 months, like 15 months. This thing's been going on. So they had their big blow off. I thought it was really, really good. I just wish my main pet peeve right now was shenanigans at the end. There was some new guy that ran in at the end and they interrupted their cinematic match. But other than that, it was really good. And then let's see what else. I think that's as far as I got. I'm excited to see the Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham had a Pure Rules match. That's the one with the rounds and the rope break counts and all. Like
Jay Lethal's another guy that really should have jumped to the E.
He would have been on 205 though.
I don't care. He's awesome. He would have got over.
He would have been on 205.
Who else was on 205 that got over? What's his face? I'm just busting Shay's balls right now on a chat because.
Well, now do I say I'm Jay?
No. In our write-up, it says Way, Nathan, and Pump. So I was like, yeah, getting one of the three names right is good. I bet you the fucking Star Trek show has their name spelled correctly.
Well, yeah, because Josh is the one producing it, so I'm sure it is.
Suck my Romulan.
Yeah, eat this Klingon.
Yeah,
that's all the Star Wars I know.
Is that what you did there?
Yeah. But he would have been on 205 Live and jobbing out to. Okay, he would have been going 50-50 with Akira Tozawa in 3 months.
Bruh.
What?
Who? Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
They fucked up Kushida too.
Yeah.
They don't let him wrestle, man.
Yeah.
Who was the dude that got over in 205 Live that also got busted for some bad behavior? Rich Swann?
No, I don't want to put that on him. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, didn't Rich Swann get the boot from the E for some?
No, Rich Swann. I think Rich Swann was domestic.
Whatever. It's the same shit. Oh, is that one okay, Ray Rice?
No, none of it's okay. Full stop. Anything in speaking out or domestic, not okay. I'm not co-signing for either one, sir.
That's funny. All right, do you have?
But Honor Club, go check it out. Seriously, it's $10 a month. WWE Network is going away. Peacock is apparently censoring things now. So
yeah, we're gonna wait till Jay. We're gonna wait for Jay, not today, because if we waited for Jay today, this would be the longest running episode of IllumiNERDI podcast.
Yes.
YouTube show history. And Shay is trying to eat his fucking.
Yeah, Shay's got a Jersey Mike's on deck.
Salami fucking sub.
Salami special.
I do want to talk about the Peacock thing. I do want to talk about that next week.
And I have a question for you about the Hall of Fame, real quick.
Yes,
before we get out of
because
here.
I was going to say that too. That was my end piece.
Yep.
So you go first. You show me yours. I'll show you mine.
Oh, gladly. And mine is 7 feet tall, buddy. Listen,
Great Khali.
I can not co-sign, but I can understand all of the murderers that are in there, the alleged rapists that are in there, the drug addicted, horrible human beings that are in there.
They're called demons, pumps. Okay?
I get it. Okay.
Wrestlers are addicted to drugs called demons.
I get it. And it was a different time. I understand. At least Coco Beware could wrestle. At least Coco Beware could throw a punch. I'm not saying Coco Beware is an alleged rapist, pedophile, drug addict, anything like that. However, he's sort of the benchmark for, well, if Coco Beware's in, anybody can get in.
Right.
Great Khali is going in the Hall of Fame. I think I'm up for nomination next year. Why not?
Why?
Why not?
Did you ever hear the story about Coco Beware fucking up? Who was it? It was in the mid '80s, and they were in England or something, and one of the boys called him the N word, like Jumpin' Jim Brunzell or one of those fucking.
I have heard that story. Yeah.
Like Coco Beware fucked him up. Like,
he walked the
like,
dog on him, as they would say.
Yeah, but yeah, like to the point where like Coco Beware got sent home, and then the other dude, I wish I could remember who it was, couldn't even wrestle the whole rest of the tour.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I want to say it was B. Brian Blair.
Really?
I don't know why, but that name jumped out to me, and I don't know why. Maybe because I'm just a mark for the Killer Bees.
Okay. I just Googled it really fast. Okay. Oh, it was Paul Roma.
Oh, wow. Captain Paul?
Yeah, it was Paul Roma.
Well, there you go.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was not. I'm wrong. He fought Paul Roma on another fucking night.
Oh, well.
The dude it was WWE executive Jim Troy. It was like an executive.
Okay.
And he dropped a racial slur on Coco, and it said the fight was so bloody that it left the hotel lobby where it took place a mess with blood on the walls.
I like it. Good for you, Coco. You know what? I take back everything I said about you not being in the Hall of Fame. Or you being in the Hall of Fame, rather. Because if you could beat up an executive to where you ruin a hotel lobby and keep your job, salute.
This is. I'll give you my quick take before we get out of here because we're coming up on top of the hour. But this is a move for Peacock.
Is Peacock even? What's their streaming deal like in India?
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you that you put an Indian dude in, and there's fucking 4 billion Indian people. If you can get 5 million new Indian people to subscribe to Peacock to see their fellow countrymen get inducted into the Hall of Fame, that's a financial win, son. In a Hall of Fame that is a joke anyway.
Yeah, I mean you're right. I know you're right, and you're right.
I don't like it either, but it's like
I'm just saying, like
everybody thinks it's a joke anyway, so it's like let's get this bread.
As crazy as Meltzer has gotten over the last few years, at least their Hall of Fame is more legit than this farce.
Sure, listen, I get it. I totally get it. But you know,
I mean, even in WWE, he was a one-time world champ.
He's awful. He's awful. Yeah, he's awful. He has no business being in there, other than the fact that he's got 4 billion people that look just like him that have money. Real talk. I mean, whatever.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, this is the company that went and did Crown Jewel after Jamal Khashoggi was dead. Yeah, after the Saudi journalist who was an American citizen was murdered and carted off in different suitcases at the embassy, and they did a show there 2 weeks later. So
let's get that Saudi bag, son.
Let's get that. Oil mania's running wild, brother.
The new oil order, brother.
You need to repost that video from a couple years ago because that was chef's kiss.
I came in on a camel, not a Harley, dude.
When I was riding across the dunes, man. You need to repost that. That was good stuff. I did think of one other thing, and real quick.
Yeah.
Because you didn't watch SmackDown. Why is Logan Paul involved with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens?
I didn't even know that, and now I'm upset. You've ruined my evening. This is a good show, Pumps, without Jay. And now I'm upset.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh well, apparently Logan Paul is
with
involved with Kevin and Sam.
Kevin is trying to get Sammy to become the old Sammy and ditch documentary gimmick, which I think is hilarious. And now that Logan Paul's involved, I can only think of one's going to have Bad Bunny and night 2 is going to have Logan Paul, or vice versa. You know what I mean? I think they feel like they need a celebrity on each night. And fucking stupid. Yeah. But I guess KO and Sammy have fought so many times. They're gonna be great. Maybe it adds a little extra schmoz at the end of a good match. I don't know.
I don't even know Logan Paul's audience anymore. Like, I know he does Pokemon cards now.
Yeah.
Like, is there a crossover appeal there? I didn't think there was. I don't know.
But you know what? My teeth are floating.
Gotcha.
Because I've got to take a piss really bad.
Yeah, no, I got that when you said my teeth are floating.
Well,
you didn't have to elaborate.
Yes, we have one person watching right now, and it's probably Shay. It's probably Shay.
Well, it's not my mother, because she's watching from behind the scenes.
We literally have one person watching right now, and it's probably Shay.
Yeah.
Yep, there he is. Yep, thumbs up. All right. Well, my name is Nathan Has Skill. You can catch me at Nathan Has Skill on all the things. Instagram, Facebook, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, all the stuff. Be nice to each other. Wear a mask. Get vaccinated. Let's just all try to pull together and hope that Pumps can maybe get through a couple hours of WWE this week. Pumps?
Don't bet on it. Yes, Pump61 on Instagram. Happy birthday again to my mother. Thank you to my sister Scoob for helping me pull off the surprise. Everybody stay safe and be kind to each other, as Nate said. And Nashville is apparently underwater, so hopefully I will be able to join you next week from not a boat. So
Merman.
Yeah, because global warming isn't real.